What's up, y'all? It's your boy back with another video, and it's still another day, another dollar you don't spend on these women. And I want to tell you a quick story. The first time I went to the free STD clinic. Alright, so when I was younger, there was a young Latina woman that was highly interested in me. So for this video, we'll call her Jacinta. And if you've been a follower of the channel, you guys already know how I feel about Latinas. If you know, you know, so I don't have to keep repeating myself. But this Latina wasn't really my type because she looked like she was 2 more calories away from needing an oxygen tank and blood pressure medication. And this was a Latina that was probably borderline obsessed with me. She would like all of my Facebook statuses and hit my phone on and off for years. I usually only talk to her if I was bored or wanted to kill time, and she always hinted about wanting to hang out and be in a relationship and whatnot, but I never entertained that idea. Certain Latinas I have high interest for, but I didn't have much interest towards this one. So probably some years later, she randomly hit me up, see how I'm doing, and she sent me a picture, and she damn near looked like a completely different person. She lost mad weight and she's really slim now. I'm like, damn, she looking kind of good. So I told her, yo, you look different. Congratulations. She said that she went on a diet and dedicated herself to the gym. Then when I asked what's new, she said she's not a virgin anymore, and her and her boyfriend broke up a while back, so she's recovering from a heartbreak. So even after some years go by, she's still showing interest in me. And long story short, she basically admits to me that she wants to get it in with me and always wanted to in the past, but was shy to tell me about it. Girls pretend to act shy to talk about sex, so I had to pull some teeth to get the answers. And now that she has this new slim look, I'm absolutely positively interested. So I let her know I was down. While discussing these freaky things, she says she doesn't want me to wear a condom because condoms bother her. She said that she wants me to raw dog. She says she wants me to bareback. And told me that she's on birth control. I know what y'all thinking. I know. I know what y'all thinking. She wants a baby and she's going to try to trick me. Yeah, you might be right, but she can't get a baby out of me because by that time I got snipped. But she doesn't know that. So she said there's one condition. If we do this, I would have to get tested, and she would also show me her test results from a well-known hospital or clinic, so I agreed. At the time, I still lived with my mom and she still lived with her mom, so she said she was going to book a hotel for us in her town. So I went to a free STD clinic for the first time. I can't remember if I scheduled an appointment or if I just walked in. So as I'm going in there, I'm thinking, damn, I've been with multiple women in the past, but I use condoms. But what if something was somehow able to get past the condom? Oh, crap. So what if I did have something? How would I react? Am I going to freak out in the office? I'm like, nah, I don't have anything. I can't have anything because I don't have any symptoms or anything, but what if they found some secret virus that didn't give off symptoms? So I'm overthinking on the way to the clinic. So I get there, sign in, tell them I'm there to get tested. They have me fill out a form, ask a couple of questions, and I filled out my information in the waiting room. Here's the thing. I'm the only patient in there in my 20s, and the other people that were there to get tested were these super young teenage girls with baby faces. I guess their parents dropped them off at the clinic or something. I'm thinking to myself, damn, what the heck are y'all doing here? What the heck are y'all doing having sex at this young age? Yo, these girls had to be like 15, 14, maybe even 13. But then again, I remembered when I was in middle school and high school, there were girls that were pregnant and getting ran through in the bathrooms. So they eventually called my name and The nurses took me back, asked a couple of questions, and talked about some other things in general, just trying to be nice and create conversation. Then I remember they took blood from my finger and they took blood from my arm. I can't remember if they did anything else, but that's all I remember. Then they put me into a small dark room by myself while I wait for my results. I was confident that I didn't have anything, but I was still nervous about the results. And I'm thinking, what's taking them so damn long with my results? Maybe I was in there 25 minutes, but it felt like 40 minutes. Then one of the nurses opens up the door, hands me a piece of paper, then tells me someone will be talking with me shortly. And then she shuts the door. I open up the paper and it said negative for everything. No STDs, no HIV, no AIDS. So I had a big smile on my face saying to myself, yeah, I know I didn't have anything. And I immediately texted Latina, sent her a picture of my results. And I told her that it's her turn to get tested and show me the results so we can get this thing on and popping. And then she texts me back with some smile, heart eye, and wet water and peach emojis. Then one of the nurses comes in to talk with me about my results. It's this older lady, probably in her late 40s. I don't know, I'm so bad with ages. So she sat down in the chair across from me, crossed her legs, and kind of bounced her leg on top of the other. That's what some people do when they cross their legs. And she has a little smirk on her face, and first thing she says is, "So are you being a good boy?" My mind went completely inappropriate when she said that. I'm thinking, is this woman trolling me? Or maybe I'm just wrong for thinking inappropriate. But out of all things, why would she say something like that? I had a whole bunch of rebuttals in my head, but I didn't say it. I remained professional and just said with a smile like, yeah, I'm always being good. And she just basically went over all of my tests and told me how often I should get checked. And they gave me a little envelope with some pamphlets and free condoms inside. So days go by and I keep asking the Latina if she took her test yet because I'm waiting on those results. I guess she got annoyed because I kept asking her. Then she used the typical excuse and says that she's been busy and she'll get to it. So I think I fell back because I'm not about to keep asking her. So finally, she takes the test. Then her test results said that she's 100% clean. But now she's making excuses about meeting up and says that her mom won't let her stay overnight somewhere. So I'm saying, you're telling me your mom still tells you where you can and can't go when you're like 23 years old? And she says that Latina mothers are very controlling. Then fast forward later on, she texts me one morning like, what you doing tonight? Let's get a room. She's like, I'm gonna pay for a room tonight and I want you to stay 2 nights with me. So I was like, well, I don't think I can stay 2 nights, so maybe I could do 1 night. Well, what time you trying to meet at the hotel? And if my memory's still sharp, I think she said around 11 p.m., I think. So I agreed and told her to bring the paperwork with the test results in hand. And I'm gonna bring my paperwork with my results. And we finna have a paperwork party. She agreed and said she'll hit me up later on when she gets off work. So later in the evening, she sent me some text messages, cursing, going off, saying that her mom says she's not allowed to go anywhere tonight. So she tells me that we can hang out, but it would have to be in front of her mom's house and we can't have sex since her mom will be watching us. So what did I do? I said no. The plan wasn't to have a powwow with your family. The plan was to clap some cheeks and skeet. I'm glad she told me this earlier because I was able to call up and pipe down another chick that same night. The younger version of me would have been livid that she changed the plans on me, but I wasn't mad. I wasn't frustrated. I just called somebody else in my rotation. At the time, I already had a bunch of experience with different girls, so I knew that women tend to change plans or can be very flaky and change their minds every 2 seconds when it comes to sex. So I always had backup options. Some girls think they could play games with sex because she thinks that you only rely on her for sex, as if she's your only option. Like Tom Likas used to say, every woman thinks she has the golden vagina. There's always a new one right around the corner. So afterwards, I kind of stopped talking to the Latina. I never blocked her or anything. I just fell back because there's nothing else for us to really talk about. If she's too busy or doesn't want to have sex with me, fine, no problem. There's another gushy vagina right around the corner to get the job done. She tried reaching out, wondering why I wasn't responding, but she fell back after realizing I wasn't interested no more. The only other time she reached out to me was, I believe, when I got a girlfriend. This is when I got into a relationship with the Puerto Rican girl I told you guys about in previous videos. I posted pictures of me and my new girlfriend on social media, and immediately Jacinta calls me up. And I didn't know it was her at first because I deleted her number. And I was sitting in my car at night about to go on a date when I got the call, and I'm like, hello? FJT, I have a bone to pick with you. I'm like, who this? It's Jacinta. And she's like, FJT, I'm so heartbroken right now. I'm like, why? And she's like, I saw the picture of you and your girlfriend on Facebook, and I'm so jealous because you never gave me a chance and you were always my crush. And I played dumb, like, oh really? Oh word? I was your crush? I just kind of laughed and I shrugged my shoulders. And she complained and told me how jealous she was, but eventually told me like, oh, congratulations, she's gorgeous, and you know, stuff like that. So we talked for a little bit, and she told me that she's pregnant, but she's not with the child's father because she broke up with him while she's pregnant. Hey, I have $1 million question for you guys. Take a guess what he's doing with his life. Take a guess. She told me he's a full-time drug dealer, but she claims that she didn't know he was a drug dealer when they first met. So now she's a single mom. I didn't talk to her much longer because I wasn't going to let her use me as a personal therapist. So yeah, that was the time I went to the free clinic. So any of you out there that are sexually active, I recommend you to go get tested. Strap up and don't get anyone pregnant.